Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Katie's guilt, Will's violent mess, and Eric's public accusation. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest a preview clip has been released for the week of. It depicts Eric Forrester giving a searing interview. Meanwhile, Will Spencer and RJ Forrester get aggressive. Plus, Katie Logan Spencer gives a genuine and emotional apology. Let's kick off this post with Eric. Fans know that the man has been prepping for the couture collection to drop. The patriarch has also been organizing an interview to discuss the familial betrayals. In the preview footage for next week, we can see Eric blasting Katie Logan Spencer and Hope Logan Spencer. When Eric is asked about Logan, he insults his rival on TV. The man declares to the reporter that Logan is taking FC's thunder and that it's thievery. Of course, Katie and Hope Logan Spencer are sitting together, watching the broadcast. Their jaws both dropped open at Eric blasting them like that. Over with RJ and Will, they engage into another vicious brawl. This time, it looks to be at Bikini Bar. Will must avoid Elector Forrester, Eric insists. Will, meanwhile, refers to Eric as an old man and declares he will do as he pleases. RJ launches an attack at that point. They wanted this conflict, according to Brooke Logan Forrester. The blonde is thought to be speaking to Katie. I wonder whether she can communicate with the brunette in some way. Before we know it, Katie has made a heartfelt confession. According to spoilers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie will completely change. The woman visits Eric's home to offer heartfelt apologies. Eric and Donna Logan Forrester are taken aback as Katie tries to express her concern. I must thus ask, what is the reason behind Katie's abrupt change? Is this real, or is Katie up to something else? Recently, she has demonstrated her ability to play dirty and cunning. However, Katie might become aware of how much she is harming people as a result of Eric's interview. Keep an eye out for all the excitement, it may go either way. Which plotline do you most want to see this coming week? Will Dylan become a star at House of Logan thanks to Spencer? Spoilers, will Dylan become a star at House of Logan thanks to Spencer? According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, House of Logan needs a weapon other than Hope Logan. Yes, Hope did a fantastic job on the runway during their debut fashion show. However, becoming a one-hit wonder is the last thing they want. Will Spencer Jr. discover their next big star? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Will Spencer and Melissa Dillon will be spending a lot of time together after Elector Forrester broke up with him. He's a popular commodity in Los Angeles this summer and won't be available for long, so Dillon didn't spend any time pursuing her former roommate. Will and Dylan will make an effort to hide their relationship. When the Forresters discover that Dylan is spending time with the enemy, they will fire her right away. Fortunately for her, Will Spencer may offer her a new position at Logan, his mother's business. Dylan truly lacks any talents that would be useful at the new fashion company owned by Bill and Katie Spencer. However, she would be a fantastic addition to the modeling team because she is young and attractive. Imagine how horrified Elector Forrester would be to see her adversary sashaying down the Spencers' catwalk. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful indicate that the Spencers will be Team Dylan, and they're probably simply happy that Will Spencer is chasing after Elector Forrester like a lost puppy. Dollar Bill and Katie will be excited to incorporate Will's new girlfriend in the family business. Do you believe that Dylan and Will eventually join Team Spencer? Could she have a significant role in House of Logan? What will Elector do? As Deacon makes a disastrous error, Eric and Ridge declare war. In a significant media interview, Eric and Ridge Forrester take center stage as they defend Forrester Creations and resist the scandal surrounding the Logan family, according to The Bold and the Beautiful. According to B&B spoilers, the father-son pair won't allow Logan to ruin their moment as Eric's most recent couture collection is being unveiled. It is evident that the conflict between the Forresters and the Logans is far from ended as previous betrayals resurface as emotions run hot. In another scene, Deacon Sharp chooses to put his trust in Sheila Carter Sharp in spite of the cautions that surround her. For some reason, Deacon trusts her judgment and feels she deserves another shot. Sadly, B&B disclosed that he might pay a price for that choice. Sheila's erratic past still casts a shadow, and Deacon can find that Sheila's insanity might cause another crisis with only one poor decision. When the Forresters close ranks, the public will turn against them. Will Spencer's spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful are spot on. Like Ridge Forrester, Eric Forrester views him and his Spencer family as villainous cartoon characters. Since meeting Logan, Eric, who is frequently the most astute person in the room, has become less competent. Despite the fact that Ridge incited his father's actions, Bill Spencer is held accountable for the incident. That scene reaffirmed that emotional regulation can be difficult for people of all ages. Electra Forrester, a valuable person, is trapped in the center. Eric and Will only agreed on that point in the conversation. However, as seen in several establishing shots, their debate over her future is as vast as the stunning Pacific Ocean. Ridge continues to talk about how poorly he dealt with his anxiety about his father's future health. He thought that by working too hard, Eric was putting himself in risk. He therefore made the decision to make him retire. The showroom served as the venue for the planned retirement celebration, which went horribly wrong. Eric was humiliated and felt deceived. Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester recognized the situation right away. However, it took months to repair the damage, during which time Eric gave Katie Logan, Heather Tom, his counsel and, finally, his plans. To be fair, compared to Electra and Will, Eric has a lot more experience with love. That highlights their inexperience, but it doesn't eliminate their common emotions. Electra and Will are not engaged or married. Rather, they have adopted a self-made moniker that appeals to viewers on the other side of the screen, much like high school students. However, their repentants are authentic. If Electra is separated from Will for a long time, it's reasonable to wonder if her heart will change. Ridge and Brooke never experienced that, and Eric was reunited with Donna Logan, one of his loves, after a long separation. Eric complied with Ridge's order for Electra to release Will. Grace's character could be written in either direction as a result of her forced decision. The Forresters' portrayal of Will as the ultimate bad boy may strengthen Electra's bond with him, but they don't seem to realize this. She goes on to say that her Los Angeles, California, family is forcing her to prioritize family over Will, but that love isn't a problem. By striking R.J. Forrester in the ribs at Bikini Bar and then repeatedly striking his opponent in the face at the beach house, Morrow's character did himself no favors. Thus, there were two connections between the theme of summer settings and what Electra called violence. Both the Spencer in question and this younger generation of Forresters are prone to inflated perceptions of reality. This applies to young people of all ages. Being audacious and attractive also implies that drama is unlikely to end anytime soon. After the most recent Logan Spencer face-off ended in near tragedy, Katie apologized with tears in her eyes. The clip opens with Eric performing a TV interview while Katie and Hope watch from Logan HQ. The upstart fashion business is trying to steal our thunder, the GOAT maintains. It's thievery. Why Katie doesn't just do an interview of her own in which she shows the world the contract Eric signed and check he cashed, we can't conceive. Later, we see Will admonish someone, "Don't speak about my mother that way." But if it's Brooke to whom he's talking, he can forget it. Negatively is the only way she speaks of Katie. In fact, rather than accept that she initiated the family dispute by refusing to realize that her sister had every right to use their surname, Brooke says to Katie anew, "You wanted this war." Elsewhere in the video, Will gets possessive of Electra once more, and just when we were hoping they were done. "You're going nowhere with Electra," Eric informs the young man. "To hell with that, old man," Will replies. "I'll do what I want." With that, RJ enters the fray. "Who you calling old man?" he asks rhetorically. The disagreement grows heated between the males, and the next thing we know, Eric sporting a shiner straight out of Roadhouse and Katie is emotionally apologizing. Something tells us that the way the Forrester patriarch has been disparaging his old pal lately, saying "I'm sorry" is going to go down like the proverbial lead balloon. There is more to Daphne's devastating reaction to her infertility diagnosis than just a medical setback. This news made her feel like a failure. She is completely preoccupied with her worry of letting Carter down. Daphne sees infertility as a weakness in her identity rather than as a harmless, sad medical condition. This diagnosis has thus caused her to feel guilty. Daphne decides that the biological constraints of her body are a betrayal. She is aware that Carter has a long-standing desire to start a family. She appears to believe that the love they battled so hard to obtain will be diminished if she is unable to conceive. Daphne's insistence on having a kid that is exclusively and biologically theirs demonstrates the particular basis upon which she constructed her ideal marriage. A couple's bond is considered to be sealed when they have a biological child together. Their objective wasn't instantly abandoned when Dr. Lee Finnegan broke the heartbreaking news. Daphne thought she had signed a marriage contract with Carter, but it was rewritten. Daphne believed that the diagnosis disproved the dream she had vowed to fulfill. She now believes that her marriage to Carter is meaningless. Daphne's backstory is tragic because of the weight of duty she put on herself. The sorrow of not being able to conceive is not the source of her suffering. It concerns the heartbreaking notion that Daphne's body violated a romantic agreement. Daphne has caught herself in a vicious cycle of grief and self-blame by turning a fertility problem into a moral failure of her devotion to Carter. She now believes that their dreams were dashed because of her physique. Will's perilous night, Deacon's risky dare, and Eric losing his composure. In the meantime, Deacon Sharp issues a perilous challenge. Discover what will happen next in the CBS soap opera by continuing to read. Let's begin with the interview with Eric. Eric and Ridge Forrester were reportedly preparing to speak with the media about Brooke Logan Forrester's betrayal during the previous week. "Logan is trying to steal our thunder," Eric tells a reporter in a preview clip that follows. Logan will be watching Eric's interview, just as FC was when Katie's most recent line was revealed. According to the TV listings, Eric will find it difficult to maintain his composure. He recently left Eric's house completely devastated after spending time with Will Spencer. Despite her professed love for him, Electra Forrester failed to defend him. Will can't stop thinking about Electra even though he got wasted and chose to walk home. "On that way home, I worry if something will happen." Will might not recall much because of his inebriation. Luna Nozawa deceived Will into having sex with her the last time he was intoxicated. "I wonder whether that will happen again, this time with Dylan." According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon will take a chance. The man will think Sheila Carter has changed for the better. Sheila is only performing in public, though. Sheila is caressing photos of her grown son in private, and her obsession with her family could lead her down yet another dark path. In addition to potentially ending Steffi Forrester Finnegan's marriage, this could also mark the start of another nightmare for John Finn Finnegan. Could Sheila become so insane that Finn and perhaps the kids might be in serious danger? Will Sheila opt to take her family with her when she passes away as a result of this? Steffi is correct that Deacon was the only reason Sheila was acting in this way. Keep an eye out because Sheila is hazardous once more without the marriage.